So after a 2-0 loss against Newcastle, Man United have been pulled back into a top 4 race. Up next we play Brentford, an opportunity for revenge following a 4-0 defeat earlier in the season. Let's see how United can win, and let's get into the preview. So obviously a disappointing weekend for Man United. Losing 2-0 to Newcastle has well and truly dragged us back into a top 4 race. Something Erik ten Hag was very keen to avoid as he looks to win more cup competitions this season. Meanwhile for Brentford, of course, they had a 3-3 draw with Brighton, a very exciting match between two teams who have really caught the eye this season. So coming into this, Brentford, they will fancy their chances. They won the first match this season 4-0 and they will fancy their chances against United in this match. They have a very good record against top 6 teams, beating United, beating Man City, beating Liverpool as well. So Brentford, they will fancy their chances, and a lot of that has to do with how they're set up as a team and how they are set up to maximise opportunities in these big matches. So Brentford this season have had an excellent record against the top 6, beating Man United, beating Man City, beating Liverpool as well. So how do they do this? Typically in these matches they line up with a back 3, so they'll have 3 centre backs who will protect the penalty area. They have David Raya in goal, a great shot stopper with fantastic distribution, and he can claim crosses as well. The fullbacks will bomb on and try to support the forward players. The midfield is a strong, solid, hard-working midfield who can fire the ball quickly up the pitch for Mbeumo and Tony to run onto. So this has yielded a lot of success for Brentford. They are a team who make the most out of the least. So in terms of possession, against Man City 26%, against Liverpool 27%, and against Man United 33% possession, and they won all those matches and could have scored a lot more goals as well. So they're a team who make a lot out of very little. They're a real threat in behind, a great counter-attacking team, and one thing they use very well is the wide areas to get in behind the fullbacks. Now teams like Man United, Man City, Liverpool, the fullbacks always push on to create more space and to be an extra option, but this can be countered upon, and Brentford are the experts of doing that this season. So watch out for the transition, the counter-attack, and of course the press as well from Brentford. If we can do that, we can limit their effectiveness, but this will be a big task for Man United. Erik ten Hag will make changes to his team in this match for sure. So I think David De Gea will be the goalkeeper in this one. Of course, moving into right back, I think he'll switch it up and play Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He missed out due to illness, but he should be back for this match. Moving into the centre backs, it's going to be Varane, it's going to be Martinez, of course. Left back, Luke Shaw, one of the only good performers against Newcastle in my opinion. Moving into that midfield, Scott McTominay dropped. He was absolutely shocking against Newcastle, and he really made the midfield a lot worse. His inability to pick out passes, get on the ball and make things happen really hurt us in that one. So let's go for Fred and let's go for Sabitzer. Certainly Sabitzer, I think, better than McTominay against Newcastle, but with a lack of other options, he will play in this one. Bruno Fernandes will be in the number 10 position, of course. Moving up front, let's have Anthony Martial come in. I think WEGHORST, his effectiveness is so limited against a lot of teams, and he had a very poor match against Newcastle. Only 7 touches in that match. So bring Martial in, give him a start, and let's see what he can do in this match. On the right hand side, let's see Anthony back there. Certainly, I thought he was very good against Newcastle. He was the most threatening offensive player for me, so it was a surprise to see him come off for Sancho. And off the left hand side, it's Marcus Rashford. Didn't have the best match against Newcastle, but hopefully he can get back to his normal ways and score a goal in this match for Man United. So 2 key players for me in this match. Up first we have Fred. I think we need to match their intensity. In that first match against Brentford, they outran us by 14 kilometres. Now Erik ten Hag, he famously dished out that 14-kilometre punishment run following that match. So let's match their intensity, let's not get overrun in this match, and let's see if Fred can win the ball high up the pitch. Brentford, they're very well set up to play against big 6 teams who are very good in possession. Fred is a very unorthodox player for a big side. Hopefully he can find spaces, make things happen and cause some chaos in the Brentford half. The other key player for me in this one is going to be Marcus Rashford. I think looking at how Brentford set up, if we can get in behind them, if we can beat the initial press, get past their fullbacks. Hopefully he can create opportunities. If he can isolate Ben Mee or Pinnock in a wide position, I think he can create in this one. Hopefully set up Martial, Bruno Fernandes, or go for a goal himself. Rashford, if he doesn't score, United do look like we lack a cutting edge, and his importance has never been higher to this team. So let's see Rashford back in there. Let's hope he can get in the score sheet, and let's hope United can win this match. So how to beat Brentford? Well, Brentford are a team, of course, who specialise in these big matches against big teams who will want to hold the ball. They are so good at transitioning, hitting teams where it hurts as well, and being really, really clinical when they move forward. They're a strong team from set pieces, and they are a real threat from many different angles, of course. So something United can do in this match, and looking at matches where Brentford have struggled, where they have lost this season, is to cede possession to Brentford in certain areas. Whenever Brentford hold the ball and have more of the ball in a match, their effectiveness is limited. So if we can let them hold the ball from time to time, that can hopefully stop them from playing forward really quickly and creating opportunities. We can get back, get set in place, and hopefully win the ball back and transition on them. So of course, whenever Brentford would have the ball, their wing backs would push forward, leaving their centre backs exposed. Hopefully Marcus Rashford or Anthony Martial, or Anthony as well, can get in behind and create something from those opportunities. As well as that, we need to be clinical when we have the opportunity. David Raya is a fantastic goalkeeper with great distribution. He is a fantastic shot stopper and a really, really good cross claimer as well. So crosses maybe a little ineffective in this one. Brentford with three very tall, very strong centre backs in the air and a goalkeeper who sweeps up in behind them. We need to be clinical. We need to pass quickly whenever we have it in their half, but we have to be so careful on the ball. We cannot leave ourselves open to counter-attack. We must be good on the ball, not give anything away, and take no risks with possession. So with all that in mind, it's time for prediction time. So obviously a difficult match incoming for United. Brentford, a real specialist team against big teams who excel out of possession, and all things considered, I might even think a point isn't a bad result here, but hopefully United can win. With that in mind, I'm going to be optimistic and go for a 1-0 win. Goal scorer Marcus Rashford. So that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always, guys. And as always, if you are new, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as well. Join in with the community here on the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.